Philippines versus Vietnam. Carlos Yulo versus Dinh Phuong Thanh. Let's have a recap or throwback of the SEA Games 31 men's parallel bar finals. We are anticipating that there will be a face-to-face battle again between Carlos Yulo and Dinh Phuong Thanh of Vietnam in men's parallel bar finals, wherein Carlos Yulo got silver in the SEA Games 31 and Dinh Phuong Thanh on the gold. That's handstand on one rail, and it's a great transition in the handstand. That's a good hold in the parallel bars. Toes are well pointed. Oops, that is the hesitation. That will be a good number of deductions. Maybe a 0.3 because of the bending of the elbow and the legs and arcing. So that's a good handstand. We hope that those mistakes will be eliminated by Carlos Yulo in this SEA Games 32. That's a good height. It's just a little bit flicker in the legs. And then again, there is a hesitation for that. This was last year. That's a good dismount. So I can see there that there was a 3, we can say, deductions for that men's parallel bar finals last SEA Games 31st. But last World Cup series, Carlos Yulo had already perfected his parallel bar routines, especially those one rail handstand. Again, we're just having a recap. This is a good one rail handstand. Carlos Yulo is having a problem in one rail handstand also in the All Japan and also in the World Cup Doha. But here, there is no struggle in the one rail handstand. The struggle here was the bending of the elbow during the handstand. That is the struggle, that bending of the elbow. Maybe that is a 0.2 deductions or 0.1, but there was also an arcing upon the bending, so another deductions for that. There's a good height. It's a clean routine for L seat. Remember that here in this SEA Games 31, Carlos Yulo participated in the 6 final apparatuses, but now he will have a 2 final apparatuses finals. That is a parallel bars and horizontal bars. The video here has a great dismount here. Dinh Phuong Thanh of Vietnam, he won gold here because he minimizes deductions. Let's watch and rewatch his performance last SEA Games 31 last year in Vietnam. That's a good transition without hesitations. Toes are well pointed and legs are straight. That's a good transitions in the parallel bars. There is no significant adjustment of the hands. Actually, he is doing good here. Well pointed of the toes, straight legs. That's a adjustment and 0.1 deductions for that. Oh, that's not a good transition. He did not hold well. Another adjustment. He moved smooth, but there was an adjustment and it will cost him 0.1 each time he adjusted his hands. That's a good transition in the handstand. Great job, but there is a little bit hesitation during the handstand. I wonder how he got gold here. Arcing and another deductions for that. Remember that every time I will say deduction, hesitation. That's a great dismount and also a hoop. I would say he must have a lot of deductions here due to the adjustment of the handstand, a hoop in the dismount, and arcing. I don't know why it happened that he was gold here last year. If they counted the adjustment of the hands and also the arcing. If you can see here, he has a good transition for the handstand, but there are portion of hands adjustments. And he was trying a while ago to hold the one rail handstand, but he did not perfect it. But he is really a good gymnast in parallel bars. He just have to clean those adjustments and he has to minimizes those handstands. That one is a adjustment also, and it will cost him 0.1. I don't know why if they did not deduct it from him. And that is also a clear hesitation during the handstand. That handstand should be smooth. And the hoop also will have a deductions. I hope he will have to reduce those deductions. 15.133 versus 14.9. For me, those scores is a little bit questionable because the adjustments of the hands, the arcing, and also the hoop, it should have a deductions. I hope they will not do it again this time. And I believe, I don't want to say that it's a cheat, but it was clear that the adjustments are not deducted. Let's rewatch again the performance of Dinh Phuong Thanh. Let's rewatch again the performance of Dinh. And that's a good transition. That is a good transition with the high level of difficulty. That routine. That's good. Wow, that's a smooth transition. That is a adjustment. It will cost him 0.1 deductions. That is not good because he moved it very quick. Adjustment against 0.1 deductions. Here, although he is really moving smooth, but there are significant adjustment in the handstand. That good one. That's good. All right. And a good flight. That is a significant adjustment or hesitation. And again, deduction for that because that is hesitations. And also on arcing and deductions for that. And also on deduction should be there. I believe and I hope that the SEA Games 31 will have a fair judgment this time. It was clear that for me, Vietnam should not be in gold in this time. I should have to say that because there are a lot of deduction that should be made in his routines, but they did not do it. I don't know what happened here, but I hope this year it will be a good judgment. Just watch his slow motion. We are keeping an eye for this, but he is a really good gymnast. He can be in the World Championship. I don't know why he is not joining the World Cup. He is very good indeed in these parallel bars. And this is his best apparatus. Although yes, he is the finest one of the finest gymnasts in Southeast Asia. But that one, he should have to hold the one rail handstand, but he was not able. And in fact, he should have to lose his level of difficulty. And that is again adjustment. An adjustment also. Each time you open your hands, it will be considered an adjustment. When you hold the bar, it should be hold. And that one is an hoop. But if you will have to say, look again to the performance of Carlos Yulo. One rail handstand is very good. You have a good one rail handstand there. That's a good handstand. That's the struggle that cost him a big deduction, but not 0.5. It may be just 0.2 to 0.3. And holds also a good handstand for that. If you can see, there are no significant adjustment to Carlos Yulo. There are no arkings. It's just the adjustment, the bending of the elbow. There are no significant adjustment. And the dismount was stick to the floor. There are no hook. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. And God bless to all of you. Praying for a fair judgment today. In Jesus' name, Amen.